Broadcasting live on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Here's your host, Andrew Romanella.
Okay? Like, just get the hell out of here. Nobody cares what you think if you're not a Mets fan.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into another edition of The Rome Show, broadcasting live on YouTube, Twitter, X, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm your host, Andrew Romanella. We got you for the next 20 or 25 minutes, and you guessed it, we're talking Olympics here on The Rome Show. It's a Thursday, February 12th, 6:53 in the morning here on The Rome Show. And you can get in on the action, youtube.com/The Romanellas. That's youtube.com/The Romanellas. Head over there, hit that subscribe button. Facebook.com/The Rome Show and Twitter X and Instagram, The Rome Show 1. That's Twitter X and Instagram, The Rome Show, then the number 1. We got a medal count for you from Team USA. They are climbing in the standings in the 2026 Olympics. A big-time gold medal in speed skating yesterday, a tough silver medal in figure skating, and a big game number 1 for Team USA hockey today at 3:10 p.m., plus some other news and notes from across the water. But before we get into any of that, I mentioned this the other day, and I want to start my show in that location, which is the NCAA. This is something that we talk about often on the Rome Show. And the other day, I started with you know what really grinds my gears? Thank you to Peter Griffin from Family Guy for giving that idea to me. But we have a new one today. Could be straight off the Rome, could be what really grinds my gear, probably arguably the exact same thing. All right. You know what really grinds my gears? The NCAA granting somebody a 9th year of eligibility. Yes, you heard that correctly. The NCAA granted Montana linebacker Salomon Tualipupu a 9th year of eligibility. Are you serious? Right? He started college at USC in 2018. He has played not even one full season of NCAA football. Here is his timeline. He turns 26 in March, started his collegiate career in 2018, was sidelined in his first year, 2 surgeries, sidelined in his third year, another surgery, okay? Then he had a bunch of injuries, graduated at USC, and only played in like 4 total games, okay? And then went to Montana, and after completing last year, which was almost his first full season in NCAA Division I football, the NCAA has granted him a 9th year of eligibility. And see, I have a problem with this, okay? And there's so many problems with it, but I'm just going to keep it really simple, okay? First off, the NCAA has to get it together in terms of what the hell is eligibility and what is not. Because though I do understand when somebody has a certain amount of medical hardships, you obviously want to give them those years back. But at what point in time is there like a statute of limitations? At what point in time, I'm going to go ahead and guess it's a checks and balance system. So if you grant Solomon Tualipupu his 9th year of eligibility, but you don't grant Trinidad Chambliss his 6th year of eligibility, what is the standard? And my guess is, to finish that point, because I clearly didn't, it's a check and a balance. We grant him, so we're not going to grant him. That guy gets a year back. Maybe we shouldn't give that guy a year back. And I think this get the year back thing should be a singular opportunity. I don't think there should be anyone in college football ever going beyond their 6th year of eligibility. Hey, buddy, if you can't stay healthy, if you can't find a way to complete your collegiate 4-year football career in 6 years, let's hang him up. Solomon, you're not going to the National Football League. No disrespect to Montana. You're not going. It's not going to happen. You're 26 years old. Let's go ahead and let's get life started here, bud. But for the NCAA to logically look at this and say, this is a good idea, rather than give a kid who's 18 years old and about to start their college career their chance for a roster spot and a scholarship at Montana, we're going to give this clearly not good enough to be a professional football player linebacker a 9th year at 26 years old. See, this is where the NCAA doesn't help themselves. This is an easy one. No. Hey, man, time to hang them up. Grow up. It is time to be an adult. This is where the NCAA pisses people off. Because if you deny Trinidad Chambliss and you tell the Alabama kid you are a professional, you can't come back, and then you tell the 9th year kid, go scratch and sniff, people are good. But you tell the 9th year kid he can come back for his eligibility, which is asinine at the highest level, okay? And then you have dudes that have played overseas professionally getting their eligibility back, but dudes that have played in the G League getting temporary eligibility, then not getting their eligibility back. It's a mess. The NCAA, when it comes to the simplistic word of eligibility, has no idea what that means. Because it used to mean you have 5 years to play 4. 5 full-time college years to play 4 full-time college years. And then if a medical redshirt hits, there's other conversations that can be had. Now, if you're breathing and technically you could be in a college class, you're good. Like right now, I'm sitting here saying to myself, hey, you know what? Maybe I should go back and play golf. I mean, screw it. I got hurt my senior year. Didn't get to play the entire season. I mean, generally there's a rule to it, right? But now it's like, we want that guy in college football or basketball or whatever. Yeah, he can stay, which to finish blows my mind. And so what really grinds my gears is the eligibility conversation in the NCAA. Let's figure it out. And let's use common sense. The guy who can't stay healthy and it took him 7 years to play his first full season in college football and could probably have 2 kids should not be getting his year of eligibility back. Whereas a guy like Chambliss or others who actually brings value to the game, it actually makes sense, and he's within a window of, you're 22 years old. Sure. I understand why you'd get a year eligibility back. Plus, you're going to be a draft pick in the National Football League. Doesn't mean that that's the answer either. But granting guys their 9th year of eligibility could be the most asinine thing I have ever seen. Our favorite fan writes in from down under, which, by the way, I found out Brisbane will be hosting the Summer Olympics. I think it's in 2030 or 2032. So that's very exciting. We'll have to get the Rome Show live out there with Meg in Australia. Meg is writing in on a few different topics, but the one I'm going to talk about to start is the conversation on the NCAA. Who determines who gets eligibility? Is it college or someone else? Do they get paid? Great question, Meg. Here's the bottom line. Your institution has somebody that's in charge of eligibility or compliance, okay? They're going to accept the conversation. So Andrew walks in and says, hello, compliance director. I want to petition for another year of eligibility. Okay, Andrew, what's your reasoning? I say injury. So now I go to the training staff and I collect all the necessary document from my red shirt or my injury that can support my argument that I deserve a year of eligibility. Then we go get the information from the doctors, and we send that information in. That is sent in by your compliance officer, director, whatever. And then the NCAA, Meg, to your question, will review that eligibility, okay, and then determine whether or not you get the year back or you don't get the year back. And the second question you had on top of that, is it the NIL money? I'm sure it is. Like, I'm sure the reason why it's so hard for kids to not leave college is because of their opportunity to make a lot of money in name, image, and likeness, which also, though, makes this conversation even dumber, Meg, because, again, no disrespect to Montana football, but I don't think the guys at Montana are necessarily making a lot of NIL money. That's just my personal opinion. So, yeah, it starts with the school, and then it goes to the NCAA, and the NCAA is ultimately making that decision on the eligibility. And the underlying, yes, Meg, is the NIL money. I just think there needs to be, and there's a lot of conversations around the NCAA right now where the NCAA needs to do something to fix their rules, their processes, whatever. But let's start with eligibility, because in no world do I want to live where a 26-year-old, ninth year senior is playing football for essentially an FCS school. We take a quick commercial break here on the Rome Show. When we come back, it is all Olympics on the back half of this show as we get you ready for men's hockey tonight, 3:10 versus Latvia. More after this.
What is one thing every great leader has in common? They challenge their people to not stop at the first right answer. Tighten the Lug Nuts is a leadership book that will teach you how to move past the first right answer with entertaining and detailed examples founded in real-world concepts and experiences. Accelerate towards your professional goals with Tighten the Lug Nuts, one of the best leadership books available.
Yeah, the Rome Show on a Thursday. Andrew Romanella, 7:05, state of New Jersey. 10 minutes left in this show. 8 a.m. baseball practice. Got to get there, get the boys better. You guys know the deal. The Rome Show 1, Twitter, X, Instagram, Facebook.com/The Rome Show, YouTube.com/The Romanellas, YouTube.com/The Romanellas. Here's your current medal count at the Milan Cortina Olympics. Norway in the lead with 13. Eyes playing tricks on me right now. Then Italy, home country, in second place with 13. And then how about the United States of America? Huh? Making a push yesterday. 5 more medals for the United States. And they now have 4 gold, 2 silver, and 7 bronze. 4 gold, 6 silver, and 2 bronze. Told you, eyes are playing tricks on me right now. Norway, electric. In anything that has to do with skiing, electric. Let's give you a little bit of a rundown on where those medals came from, starting with an Olympic record from USA speed skater Jordan Stolz. The 21-year-old was, as advertised yesterday, in his 1,000-meter speed skate. He holds the world record for the 1,000 at 105.37, but yesterday broke the Olympic record with a score of 107.18, just 55 tenths of a second faster than his Dutch counterpart. On the flip, literally on ice, Madison Chalk and Evan Bates so close to their first ever individual team gold medal. However, they lost to France by essentially 1 point. If you listen to Chalk and Bates as they talked about it after, they had this to say. It's definitely a little bittersweet because we are so happy with how we performed this week. Chalk told reporters through tears in the mix zone. I don't know. It's like where they all stand and decide if they would find out if they're good or they're not. We really gave it our all. I wouldn't change anything about how we approached each performance, what we delivered. And that's what we set out to do coming to these games. So I think we've got a lot to be proud of, to be grateful for, because we had an incredible career and we've been well supported by our families. No one knows if Chalk and Bates are going to come back on the figure skating circuit, but it's one of those scenarios where you just have to tip your cap to the opponent. The French were really good. Canada came in third there, and then the United States had a single Super G skiing silver from Ryan Cochran and 2 mogul medals from the women. The gold goes to Elizabeth Lenley and the silver to Jalen Kauf. So those were the 5 medals the United States of America collected yesterday on day 8, maybe, of the Olympics. Today, however, starts a big one for the United States of America, and that is the men's hockey tournament. They take on Latvia at 3:10 p.m. today. If you want a full breakdown on USA men's hockey and their preparation for this tournament, just head to the Rome Show podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. We had Rocky Romanella on yesterday talking about Team USA and his thoughts. Right now, Canada, oh my God, Canada, the betting favorite. USA, second best odds to win the gold in the history of the men's tournament. Canada, because the ROC ain't even involved in this list right now, Canada leads the way with 9 gold medals. Then USA and Sweden in second place at 2. That'll go to show you the historical dominance of Canada in hockey. Speaking of Canada, I want to set the record straight here down under, because I've been messaged twice today, okay, from Meg talking about how she is still mad at me for the comments I made on Sidney Crosby yesterday. And I think it's only right to end the show today that I properly defend my comments, because I think there's been a misunderstanding here. In talking about Team Canada yesterday, but more specifically in talking about the captain from Team Canada, Sidney Crosby, I made a statement that Sidney Crosby is not the best player on the team from like a goal scoring standpoint. Like, he's not going to be the number 1 goal scorer on Team Canada right now. He's not going to be the number 1 assist guy on Team Canada right now. Connor McDavid might take that, or someone else might take that. But he is the best overall player, human being, leader, like not just hockey player. He puts all of the things in the bowl. That's why he wears the C. So even if someone looked at Team Canada and said, though Sidney Crosby is a first ballot Hall of Famer, arguably a Mount Rushmore top 4 player in the history of the game, someone might look at that team and not believe, not me, not believe he is the best hockey player right now on that team. So what I was saying was, regardless of that, he's still the best person to wear the C. Even if he wasn't the best player on the team, which, to Meg's point, she believes he still is. To Rocky's point, he's the best overall player on the team. I agree with that. But Sidney Crosby, the captain of Canada, less about how good he is as a hockey player, more about what he brings to the table for that team as a leader, as a person. It is just a bonus that at 38 years old, he is arguably, if not the best all-around player in the world, not just the National Hockey League. I hope that helped clear it up for you, Meg. He is fantastic, but it is okay to believe he's not the best goal scorer on Canada. It's okay to believe he's not the best assist guy on Canada. It is okay to believe that there are better players at 25 years old than Sidney Crosby. It doesn't mean he still shouldn't be the captain. But I stand by it. I stand by it. He's not the leading goal scorer in the National Hockey League right now. He's not the leading goal scorer on Team Canada. He's not the leading assist guy on Team Canada. He is the best overall player, and he is the best choice for captain. So no digging deeper, Meg. I said what I said, and I'm still going to stand behind it, because I'm not discrediting how good Sidney Crosby is. You're just accepting how good Team Canada is and how much talent is on that roster. We got to get out of here. We got to go to practice. Hopefully we can get better. Go Team Latvia. I got you on that one, Meg. Shout out to your parents, too. Tell them to tune into the Rome Show. I really appreciate Meg's engagement from down under. A lot of other people have been writing in recently. It just makes the show more fun. I love when people disagree. I love when they agree. I love when they give me questions. I love when they give me their own thoughts. All of the things. We love it here on the Rome Show, and that's why we want to broadcast on Instagram, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, so that whatever medium you listen to the show or can listen to the show on, we want to give you the option to be a part of the show. So, Meg, I thank you 1,000 times for disagreeing with me. It makes so much more fun to be a part of it. Go USA, beat Latvia. Crush your day down under, or should I say night? And I'll see everybody tomorrow. Andrew Romanella, The Rome Show. Peace.
Thank you for listening.